Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Prince and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is some of Prince's new skills and hints and helpful information on how to work with your dog, especially with his sensitivity to noise on the street. Now, the first thing that we're going to take a minute to introduce is the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. She keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tiny tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be introduced to this training equipment and taught how to use this properly during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, Prince is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Prince heel. Now, he does a beautiful job of heeling when there's no noise or no trucks or no motorcycles or no buses. But we do have a fair amount of street noise here. And Prince needs a pack leader. So when he is acting up on the street because of noises, you don't want to baby him. You want to take that pack leadership role, tell him you're okay, I've got you. If you have to use a treat to distract him and get him back on track, that's okay. But when you stop, he should sit. And the only time that we have a problem with him doing that is if he is spooking from the street noise. And you hear Brandy talking to him. If she speeds up, he should do the same. If she slows down, he should do the same. And he does require a fair amount of exercise.
No.
Now, when he jumped on her immediately, she told him no. And she just went right back to heeling with him again. Nice automatic sit. The next command that Brandy's going to demonstrate is the sit stay. Stay is a hand and voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Stay. Your long sit stay, you're going to practice lengthening it out. And I know that you have a large finished area downstairs where you can practice indoors as well as outdoors. So in the beginning, I'm going to suggest that you start practicing indoors until you get him doing everything for you, and then move it outdoors.
Stay.
Brandy leaves him in another sit stay. This helps to develop his self-control, his maturity, his focus. And this time, instead of returning back to him, she's going to call him and he's to come and sit. Now, his instinct is to come and jump. It gets attention and all of that, and if he's going to come and jump, he's not going to get praised. He's not going to get picked up. So you have to kind of walk that fine line between being a disciplinarian and being his buddy. Brandy leaves him in another sit stay, and she calls him in. She uses her leash like a little fishing line. She guides him right in and has him sit. And the nice thing about the way that he's acting with her is that he's focusing on her. Now there's a truck. Now I want you to see how she handles him with the truck. She's not forcing him into doing anything. She reassures him, and then she goes right back to heeling. Now, the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are the down commands. The first one is the down from a heel position. And this is why I want you to start this indoors. Left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Now, when you're inside, you don't have trucks and buses and cars and people. It's just you and the dog. Because he knows this, you're learning it. So I want you to be successful and him to get the idea that you know what you're doing a little bit at a time without the distractions of the outside noises. And you're teaching him that you're the leader and that as long as you have him, he's safe. Now, even with the noise of a truck going by, which I'm not sure you could hear in the video, but he certainly could, he laid down for her. This time she's going to call him in. Another loud sounding vehicle. She doesn't let him off the hook, but she doesn't force him because we know that he gets nervous. So we don't want to encourage that behavior by overpraising him. But we want him to know that, hey, it's okay, I'm in charge, you're not, nothing to worry about, you're safe. And then she goes right back to her drill. And she's going to demonstrate that down from a heel position again. Now he's had crate training. He's housebreaking to outside, and this is his obedience portion of the training. We're going to be answering all of your questions when you come to pick him up. And you see when she says, watch me, he does look up at her. And if you have to start out with using little pieces of a treat, that's okay. We want that the same focus that he has with Brandy for him to have with you. And she's going to leave him in a sit-stay. She's not going to go too far away. You are going to lengthen out your time and your distance, but not in the first beginning. He's just learning this down from a distance, so. Now our job at this point is to keep your family, your household cohesive, happy, and for him to be more of a companion than a headache. I know he's your baby, but we have to train a dog, you have to think like a dog. And Prince needs a pack leader to reduce his anxiety, to make him feel that when he's with you, and even if he's in his crate and you're not right there, that he's safe. And he will love you more at the end of the day for this. So this is going to be a test for you as well. We have enjoyed having him. He can be a bit of a challenge, but he's come a long, long way. We will see you very soon, and thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.